Hey there, Crunch Your Fat Clean friends. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for checking it out. Today I want to talk about vacuum maintenance. So I'm outdoors where I like to personally kind of deep clean my vacuum every once in a while. I like to do it outside in the fresh air. That way I'm not getting any dust or pollen or whatever gunk is in my vacuum in my house. So this is my favorite. It's the Shark Navigator. So I hope you could see me with the sun in my face. A couple things I like to give tips, or a couple tips I want to give, is whether it's for your home or whether it's for business, get yourself extension cords. I have two, so I can plug this in and vacuum so much space with just having it plugged in to one area for a while, because I have two extension cords. So it makes it much longer, so I get further reach. Hope I don't get bird poop on me. So the extension cords give me further reach so that I'm not constantly plugging and unplugging from one room to another. I can plug it in the hallway and knock out like 3 rooms right in that same area and the hallway, and probably going into the kitchen with the extension cords. So get yourself extension cords. So with the Shark Navigator, you unclip the canister. What I'm going to do when I go inside is give this bad boy a nice wash, a thorough wash. But before that, empty out any stuff and then take a shower afterwards. But I'm going to give this a thorough wash, so I'll have that in the video as well. And I have made other videos of kind of deep cleaning my vacuum out, but I wanted to give a little bit more information. So definitely rinse out your canister. Whatever area looks like it could be open, open it. Hot, soapy water, rinse it out. The reason why you want to rinse out your vacuum cleaner routinely, I do this after every client. So for example, I used it yesterday at my commercial clients, so now I'm going to deep clean it out because I don't need it for the week, so I'm good. So the reason why you want to do that is because if you don't maintain vacuum cleaner, if you don't maintain it being clean, it's going to eventually clog. Not just that, it can smell funky. The filter, which is this right here, will get disgusting. If you're wondering what these spots are, it's from when I put essential oils on it to make it smell good, which is something I'll show you as well, which actually I have already several videos showing how. Super easy though, but after you wash it out, see all that dust flaking off? It starts to smell when this doesn't get rinsed out. So definitely rinse out your filter, wash it out thoroughly. There's another one underneath it. Wash that out. Wash out your filters. Now, when you wash out your filters, you have to let them air dry. It's sponge. If you know anything about sponge, if it's wet and damp and you put it back in your vacuum, it's not going to be completely dry. It's going to catch the dust and hold on to it, and it'll get like moldy and disgusting. You need to let your filters completely air dry. I let them air dry for 2 or 3 days, completely dry. And then I put a couple drops of essential oil on the filter so that it smells even nicer when I'm vacuuming. So let your filters air dry, but wash them. You have to. Another reason why you want to do routine vacuum maintenance is because if you don't take care of it and it starts clogging and stinking, it's going to suck. And it's not going to suck in a good way, like the way you would expect a vacuum cleaner to suck. It's going to get clogged. It's not going to work. And then a lot of times you may think to yourself, well, there goes that vacuum. I have to go buy another one and spend $200 buying a brand new vacuum cleaner. Where a lot of times all you really needed to do was give the hose a good rinse out, clean out the brush on the bottom, clean out the filter. Routine maintenance. You have to. If you neglect your vacuum cleaner, it's not going to work for you. It's like any other type of tool. If you don't take care of it, it's not going to work. So then what I like to do too is, if your hose is able to come off, this one is a little bit hard to do, but if you're able to take your hose off, like the way this one comes off, rinse this out under your sink. Hot soapy water, one side to the other side, and just put it under the sink, let the water rinse out. You're going to see how brown and disgusting and dirty it is. And then switch it out. Put this under the sink, the pipe, and then watch the water come out. So if you want to do it outside, run your hose through it, your water hose, rinse out your hose. So you're basically kind of dismantling the vacuum cleaner. The handle, this one, so that's pretty clear. Obviously there's no debris, but a lot of times you'll catch debris in here. If you have dogs, you'll get chunks of dog hair, Lego pieces, stuff will get stuck in this thing and you may not realize. And then if you don't take it out, it'll just be stuck in there, and sometimes it can get more and more stuck as time goes on if you don't, clean it out. So you have to maintain this. You have to clean it out. I'm just going to leave this on the floor for right now. So this is what the vacuum cleaner is looking like now. Pretty much not much of a vacuum cleaner here. Clean that out with a damp towel. Don't saturate it, don't soak it, because like the motor and the gears are in there. You don't want to ruin it. Just kind of get like a damp towel or even a dry towel, and then just kind of clean out that gunk. I tell you, do it outside because this stuff just goes flying in your face. I'm going to go inside when I'm done and give myself a nice shower and wash all this stuff off. So do not saturate this. Don't spray it down. Don't wet it. Don't mind me. I'm going to take a shower afterwards. Don't wet it because there's gears, there's motors, there's stuff down there that you don't want to get wet. But if you have a little vacuum cleaner, like a little handheld, kind of get in there. An old toothbrush, or no, not old, but a toothbrush that you don't use for your teeth. A brush for cleaning that's small enough to fit into those little crevices in here. See that? I'm not going to do it now because it'll take a while, but do that as well. You just really want to give a thorough, deep clean. You want to get into every little nook and cranny. And this one here, I like to do this. Sometimes I'll, well, this towel may be a little too thick, but if you have a thinner towel, you can kind of pass it. Oh, there it is. From one side to the other. It's too thick to go through. Anyway, you get the point. Get a thinner towel and just kind of bring it back and forth and clean that part out. Now, a super important thing you need to do. Oh, take this part off. I like to take this part off. This whole thing comes off. I would not recommend to unscrew that because, again, there's a motor and other stuff in here that I'm not going to mess with. Another thing you should look at cleaning out, your brush. This bad boy goes through a lot. Get a damp towel, all-purpose cleaner, spray it down. Spray it down. Now here, if you really want to get into it, I've done that as well. Get a screwdriver, really, really small, thin one, and unscrew these screws here. That one and this one. And then this thing can actually pop off. Haven't done it in this one in a while. The other vacuum cleaner I had 4 screws. This one has a couple here. If you're able to, unscrew the whole thing off and then really clean into the brush attachment. What I like to do is I'll take a picture of it beforehand so I know how to put it back together. I know what it looks like. But here's what if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to take it apart. If you don't want to take it apart, here's what you definitely have to do. See this hair? Look at that. You have to cut out debris. There's hair in there. There's some kind of string. Look at this. So cut it and then pull on it. You'll see the brush will move. Look, get it out. This will, over time, clog up the brush. See how that part of the brush is just completely covered in all this crap? Just cut it out. Get yourself a pair of scissors and just cut the stuff off. Don't cut the brush, obviously, like this part. Don't cut that part because you need it. And then look at that. Ugh. So I am throwing it into a bag so I could throw it in the trash, by the way. But FYI, in case you're wondering, birds actually make their nest out of this stuff. In case you're wondering. It's like hair. Ugh. So this stuff, you need to clean this stuff out of your brush. See? So there's one area right here that looks like it has the most. And the reason why it's the most right here is because that's where this tube is. This is where the air gets sucked in through and the debris goes into here. This tube, if your vacuum cleaner is able to, this one even pops off. Okay, that's hard to do. Shake it out. Make sure there's nothing clogged in it. You can kind of look through it all the way. I don't think this part comes off, so I'm not going to yank on it, but if you want, get a towel, kind of dry the ends, wipe off the inside of it. Make sure that's not clogged because it goes into here. Just kind of visually inspect it. Make sure there's nothing clogging your vacuum. So I'm going to put that back because I don't want my phone to die. If I were to do this right now, it would take me like an hour or so. So again, just go in here and cut out these little strands. Make sure there's nothing clogging it. Make sure that the brush moves easily. See how easily the brush moves? If it's jammed, if there's a rock, if there's a Lego piece, you have to go in here and take it out. Or else it's just gonna get stuck in there and then grind. It can ruin the motor. If it keeps grinding, it can ruin the plastic. It can just ruin the vacuum cleaner. So you have to give your vacuum cleaner a nice deep clean routinely. Now, depending on obviously how much you use it, maybe not as often. I do mine very often because I use this for my commercial clients. But if you have your vacuum for home use, again, how often do you use it? If you're using it a lot, maybe do this once a month, maybe more often. But maintaining a good working clean vacuum cleaner will save you money in the long run, because then you won't have to be replacing it as often, because it won't be breaking as routinely because you'll be taking care of it. So you have to maintain your vacuum. So I'm going to finish cleaning this. Then I'm going to rinse out these filters, let them air dry, rinse out the hose, let that air dry, let everything air dry for a couple days, and then put it back together again, and then it'll be wonderful. And then I put essential oils on the filter because it just smells amazing. So that's what I like to do. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for checking out my video. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Leave a message. Let me know how you take care of your vacuum cleaner. Thanks. Crunchified Clean.